What is up? I hate how it's live before you ready. What is up? Man, this is so crazy. All right, let me make some adjustments here. I hate how it's live before you ready. What is it? Man, this is so crazy. All right, let me make some adjustments here. I hate how it's live before you ready. What is it? Man, this is so crazy. That's probably what I need to do. All right, I think I have it figured out. Let me see. What's up, everybody? This is my first time in a long time going live on YouTube, and so I don't remember. Okay, here we go. I think, let me see. What's up, everybody? This is my first time in a long time going live. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. 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 All right. What is up? What's today? Monday. Today is Monday. It is August 19th, 2024, year of the Lord, 2024. I am super excited to be here with y'all. Listen, I don't know the last time I've been live on YouTube. It's been quite a while, but I need to bring y'all up to date and up to speed in my world. If you are jumping in, say hello in the chat. I could see the chat, and I will be glad to um, talk live with you in real time. Hopefully, it works out that way. All right. Listen, life has been lifing. That is part of the agreement with having breath, is that at times life is going to do its thing, and you have to decide whether you are going to be dragged under or if you are going to persevere. And it's not to say that persevering is an easy feat, that just making the decision that you're going to persevere doesn't mean that it's going to be an easy thing to do, right? But I will be the first to say that these last this entire summer, if I'm just keeping it 100, okay, this entire summer was filled with all the opposite of what I anticipated, that what I wanted, what I desired for the summer. I desired to be on the beach. I desired for my makeup to not match my face anymore, meaning that I had gotten so much sun that I didn't match my makeup right. I desired to put some miles on my truck. I desired to um uh be gone. I desired to do some things, and everything opposite of what I desired to do happened. Now, I have some things that I'm really proud of and excited about. My baby, my youngest child, graduated from high school in June. Super excited about that. She turned 18 in July. Super excited about that. If the Lord says the same, this weekend we're going on a Mommy and Me cruise. It is something that I wanted to do with her, just to kind of symbolize her being an adult, making it to 18, graduating from high school. And I wanted to kind of start this tradition of us doing our own thing, kind of a bigger deal. Now she's my road dog. We'll road trip it in a heartbeat, but I kind of wanted to draw a line in the sand of things that her and I do together moving forward. And so hopefully you can't hear my dog, okay? We're gonna keep going though. Um, so God willing, thank you, boo. God willing, we're gonna go on a cruise this weekend, right? But what has also happened in the process of all of this, being excited about graduation, we also did our open house, turning 18. My mother's been in and out of the hospital. I am the only daughter and the oldest. Okay. So the responsibility of her and what do we do and trying to talk her into doing certain things, it lays on me. And so I had to do a lot more caregiving this summer than what I really wanted to do. And we upped the ante, so to speak, within the last week or so. My mom had a GI bleed. They found her in her bathroom covered in blood, and um acknowledged that she had a bleed somewhere and we didn't know where, right? So it took us like a couple of days to get her out of pain, to um reduce everything that was happening there so they could see, and it was just, it was a lot. Um, and then, making the decision that she just could not go home, that she needed way too much care. And the nursing home conversation is never an easy conversation, especially for somebody who has worked in that industry. My mother has been a CNA and a home health aide for probably 20 years, 25, I'll say 25 years. And she's worked in nursing homes. She's worked in multiple nursing homes. And when she stopped working in nursing homes, she started being a home health aide and worked for one person in their home until she just couldn't, her body could not do the work anymore. And so she is very aware of what happens in nursing homes and what does not happen in nursing homes, right? And so that was her fear, that what she has experienced, what she has seen before would be her experience. And I have worked hard. I worked hard before I got my mother to the nursing home. I have worked hard since my mother has been in the nursing home to make sure that what she has seen is not her experience, right? But that becomes a different level of care and time and all of those things. So when you go from your oldest or your baby turning 18, I've already gotten acclimated to the fact that she didn't need me as much. I didn't have to, the day-to-day mothering, I didn't have to do with her. She's working, she's going to school, so she didn't need me to cook every day. She wasn't home all the time. And but now my mom being in a nursing home, it's like having a elementary school student, right? Nursing home food is nasty. So I'm cooking every day or every other day. Making sure I go lay eyes on her every day, checking to see how therapy was, seeing if they gave her a shower, hearing, how aides talk to her and all of these things. And so the last, I don't know, it feels so blurry since July 28th. I do know that July 28th. So maybe not quite a month, has been hospital and home and hospital and spending the night. And of course, when you spend the night, you don't get much sleep, right? Because they're coming in every couple hours and they're checking blood pressure and giving meds. And so it has been a blur. A lot of life has been a blur. The other part of life has been really challenging to focus. Because there's so many things that I'm learning that I just did not know. And it is supporting the pivot that is absolutely happening. Okay. Who I used to be, who Kimberly Janelle used to be, is somebody who was crazy about tax law. I love tax law. When I stumbled onto it in 2006, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. Was 2007? It was 2007. My daughter was born in 2006, so it was 2007. Fell in love with it, and specifically, I developed a knack for Schedule C, meaning entrepreneurs and write-offs, deductions that you can claim as an entrepreneur. That became my thing, right? And So that's always been my thing since 2007. Who I used to be is somebody who would just do something to make some money because I knew how to do it. So I'm doing tax returns, I'm doing bookkeeping, I'm doing I'm what else have people needed? Helping them set up their business, register their LLC. I'm trying to think of something, filling out a 1099, just things, right? I just been doing all the things. You need something done, you're gonna pay me to do it, I'm gonna do it. The challenge with that, because I don't like using the word problem, the challenge with that is that because I didn't know who I was, because I didn't know how to value my services, because I didn't know how to value myself, I lowballed a lot of my stuff. I let people walk over me. Um I let business owners determine what they were going to pay me for a service that I knew was worth more. And I let them talk me into the fact that they couldn't afford it. Although I could see, right? I'm looking in their books. I see the bank account, I see the activity, I see the income that's coming in, and I let them talk me out of paying me what my services were worth. That was before I had done all this healing stuff, right? That was before. So who I was before was somebody who was just doing stuff because I knew how to do it and I needed to feed my kid. Period. I needed to feed my kids. I needed to make sure the lights didn't get cut off. I needed to all those things, right? Who I am now is a woman who understands that this knowledge that I have, this knack I have for learning, the updates on certain tax laws, the changes and the nuances, and being able to see things that are coming down the pipeline. That level of knowledge is valuable. My problem has been that I've been giving it to people who don't see the value in me. They see the value in what needs to be done, but they don't see the value in me. And because I didn't see it either, then I just let them give me and treat me and do to me how they want it. No more. No more. No longer am I either doing just doing anything because I need a dollar or because you need it done, right? That I there's been so many things that have happened in the last month that have completely solidified the direction that I need to take my business, and it is going there, and it's going hard and strong. Okay. If you're on my email list, you may have seen a email that I sent out about what would your 65-year-old self say to you. And if you didn't, I'm gonna tell you a real quick snippet of what that meant. My mom, while she did have her challenges in her life, she has always worked 2 jobs. Um, and what neither one of us knew was, number one, when you leave the job, the life insurance that you have on that job, you don't get to take it with you. And I get people who argue with me all the time. Yes, you can. You can take the life. And no, you cannot. No, you cannot. Group life insurance is when you are a part of a working group. Now, if you in some way are a part of a group life insurance policy and they tell you that you can keep it when you leave, please send me that letter because it does not exist. Health insurance, yes, that's what COBRA is for. COBRA is a continuation of benefits. I forget what the RA stands for, but that's what COBRA is. It's a continuation of health insurance, okay? Not for life insurance. My mother lost her life insurance when she retired. I didn't know that. I wasn't in this part of the industry, so I didn't know she wasn't going to have life insurance. And then when I realized that she didn't have it, we got 10 years of medical stuff that's going to make it impossible for me to get life insurance on her without making a mortgage payment. Right? Didn't know that. Number two, my mom working all this time, working all these jobs, and not having any kind of 401k or IRA or nothing. None of these jobs that she's worked on have taken any money out of her paychecks all this time. So all she has at retirement is Social Security. But let me tell you how that works, okay? Because Social Security is not Social Security and Medicaid. I always mess it up. Medicare, Medicaid. The insurance with the M for old people. Medicaid. I think it's Medicaid. Medicare. You know what I'm talking about. It's Medicare. Yeah, Medicaid is low income. Medicare is for older. Okay, Medicare. Do you understand that when you get to that point and you get in Social Security and you have Medicare, there is only a certain amount of assets that they are going to allow you to have. So when I get my mother into this assisted living apartment complex, because she's still kind of independent, but I'm kind of nervous for her to be by herself. And so she needs to be in a community where somebody is at least checking in on her every day. And they'll notice if she don't come out of her room because she wasn't answering her phone, all this stuff. So we get her, do the application, and we get her approved or whatever. And the lady says to me, I need her Medicaid award letter. And I'm like, not Medicaid, Social Security award letter. I'm like, what's that? Well, that's the letter that says how much she gets every month. Okay. Well, I don't remember how much my mom gets a month, but let's just say it's $900 a month. Okay, well, legally, this apartment complex can take 100% of her Social Security and leave her with $52 a month legally. They just raised it to 58. They decided they need $6 more. I want you to think of something. I want you to think about something for a minute. If you had to go look for a 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom, 1-bedroom, studio, whatever, and you went to an apartment complex and you asked them, how much is the rent for this apartment? And they said to you, well, it depends on how much money you make. We need to see your pay stub first, and then we'll tell you how much this apartment costs. Would you consider that legal? Wouldn't you think that there's some level of discrimination or some? But do you understand that that's what happens when you leave your 65-year-old self to fend for a way of life with Social Security versus Medicare? They legally can take 100% of your Social Security minus $58 a month. What are you going to do with $58? This I don't want to say works for my mom, but it's not as much of an issue for my mom because she can't drive. She doesn't have a car. What if she was driving? What about her car insurance? What about gas in her car? How do you live on $58 a month? And it's legal, y'all. It's legal. Legal. Fast forward. Now she's in a nursing home, okay? Because she needs a greater level of care. She can't go back to this assisted living apartment until she gets to a better place where she can care for herself. So I'm asking the ladies in the office, okay, so how does this work? Because she can't, I don't know how the money works here. So the lady says, well, she gets insurance coverage through Humana, the one insurance, for 10 to 14 days, and they pay 100%. And if she needs more time than that, pause, she's paralyzed. She's paralyzed. So I don't know what you think gonna happen in 10 to 14 days, and I believe in a mighty big God, but 10 to 14 days, okay. So if she's here longer than 10 to 14 days and they feel like she needs more time, then we switch over to the Medicare waiver, and Medicare will then she'll have to pay a copay. I said, okay, what's the copay? Well, the copay is 100% minus $58. Do y'all see that we have an issue here? Because the assisted living apartment complexes she live in want 100% minus $58, and the nursing home wants 100% minus $58. She can't pay rent at two places at the same time. So now, guess what Kimberly Janelle's gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to rally up my family to move my mother out of this apartment so that she can pay rent at the nursing home. And then when she look like she ready to leave the nursing home, we're gonna have to apply for her to go back to the. Do you understand that you cannot afford to leave your 65-year-old self out to fend for themselves. You cannot. I'm telling you, as the daughter, as the child of somebody who is struggling right now, and I ain't even gonna say struggling. I'm the one that's struggling. I'm struggling because I'm taking on the burden so she don't have to struggle. My mama ain't struggling and worried about nothing. She in there eating good. I'm cooking every day. Macaroni and cheese, yams, greens. She eating good. She eating good. Drawer full of snacks. Pop. She got some new clothes. Why? Because that's my mama. And that's what we gonna do, right? But I'm telling you right now, if you are expecting your children to fend for you, if and when you get to that place, I'm telling you as a child who can't even think of the word to describe how tired I am, that you selfish. Do you understand me? Do you understand that it is a selfish notion for you to just be concerned about today and not even think about what somebody else is going to have to worry about 20 years from now, 10 years from now? Heck, for some of y'all, it might be 5 years down the road. You don't know. Let's say you don't end up having to go to assisted living, nursing home, none of those things. Let's just say you live your life and then one day you just don't wake up. And you don't think that there's any value in having life insurance because, well, it might expire and whatever. Shut up. Having something is better than nothing. But you're going to leave it on a kid. You're going to leave it on the community to figure out how to put you away. Oh, just cremate me. It don't cost that much. It costs more than what you got saved up and ready to go. If they tell me it costs $5,000 to have you cremated and you got $5,000, then I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. The problem is that some of y'all got these ideas of what you think is going to happen when you leave here, and you ain't left no instructions. You ain't left no provisions. You have no idea really how it's going to go when it's your turn. And you ain't worried about it. You ain't worried about it. Everything that I have went through with my mother in these last few weeks have made it very clear to me that I have to pivot my agency. And so here is what it's going to look like, okay? My focus is twofold, okay? Let's talk about the entrepreneurs first. My work with entrepreneurs will never stop, but it is going to be expanded. There are too many people who have a business, they halfway operating in a business for multiple reasons. They halfway operating in a business because they don't know what they're supposed to be doing. They making money, but they getting it in Cash App. They spending it before it hits their business bank account. Hell, some of them don't even have no business bank account. You got to pay them by Cash App or Zelle. They don't have no way for you to pay them with a credit card. So those of us who are official businesses and operating like a business, I got to go get cash and pay you cash because you don't even have your stuff set up right. In addition to that, every dollar that you get in the business, you spending. So then you missing out on opportunities because you don't know how much money to reinvest back into your business, how much of your money that you're making needs to go into your personal budget. What kind of things do you need to put in place so that your business protects you? I ain't trying to draw anybody away from a business that they love. You like making candles, I love it. Let me help you make sure that everything is in order financially so that you can keep doing what you love doing. Let me help you make sure that everything is in order so God forbid if something happened to you, somebody can walk right into your office, they can pick up and understand what to do. They know where everything is. Do you have that kind of stuff in order? Probably not. So for my entrepreneurs, I have a 9-week course that I'm going to teach. It's going to start the end of September and we're going to be done around Thanksgiving. Okay. Very comprehensive to tell you about stuff like buy and sell agreements. It tells you stuff like how to create a budget for your business, how to reinvest, what the percentages are that you should use. We're going to talk about tax strategies. We're going to talk about of course I can't think of a whole bunch of other ones and I don't even know where my phone is to pull up the list. Now ain't that about a blip? My phone is right here in front of me, y'all. Bless the Lord Jesus. Bless the Lord Jesus. Let me see if I can. Bless the Lord Jesus. Okay. We're going to talk about tax strategies. We're going to talk about, come on, let me pull up the list. It ain't gonna take me nothing but a second. It ain't gonna take me nothing but a second. What day works for you? Let me find the email. Because see, I already sent this list out to a group of entrepreneurs that I work with right now. Okay, yep. We're going to talk about cash flow management, the importance of knowing how cash needs to flow in your business. We're going to talk about a business budget. We're going to talk about how to pay yourself, what your salary should look like, how you should allocate your profit, how you can build personal wealth from your business. Because ain't that why you went into business in the first place? Because you want to build personal wealth? Or are you so low-minded that all you thinking about is paying a bill? You just started the business so you can pay your light bill? We're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about business debt versus personal debt, financing options, debt management strategies, the rule of 72 in regards to your business investments. You know that your money in your business should be investing into stuff that makes your money grow. Continuity plans, protecting your assets, your business assets. Some of y'all got stuff in your business. Some of y'all got these $10,000 machines. You got a $2,000 grill. You got all, and ain't got no kind of protection on it. So that if something happened and your equipment is destroyed, you just out because you ain't got no protection on your assets. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about tax planning, retirement plans. We're gonna talk about legal structures. Some of y'all running as a sole proprietor. Some of y'all think y'all just need to be an S corp. Don't even realize how what that really means. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about equity, financing versus equity versus debt financing. We're gonna talk about exit strategies. If you building a business so that you can pass it off to your children, we're gonna talk about that. Outsourcing financial management. Listen, I hear people all the time talking about, yeah, I don't need to know how to do my books because I'm gonna pay somebody to do it. Well, you need to know what it looked like when the books are done, because otherwise you're gonna be paying somebody to do something and you ain't gonna know whether they done it or not. I cannot tell you how many times I have conversations with associates who tell me, one in particular, one of my associates was like, girl, this woman asked me to give her a quote for books to do her bookkeeping, and that she had paid somebody for a whole year, but I go look in her QuickBooks and the lady ain't done nothing. So she just been paying $400 a month for a year, and this woman ain't done nothing. But she didn't know because she don't even know how to go in and look and see if it's done. Do you understand why you gotta know? You gotta know what your books are supposed to look like when they're done. I'm not trying to make you a master in QuickBooks. I'm not trying to make you a master in bookkeeping, but you need to be able to open up your QuickBooks, go to transactions, see that everything has been done. You need to be able to go to your reports and know how to pull a profit and loss statement and a cash flow statement and a balance sheet. You need to know where that stuff is. You need to know how to get to it, right? And then we're going to talk about mindset, because there's way too many of us who are amazing. We have amazing business ideas. We have great skills and talents, but we think this little of ourselves. Well, I just want to, I don't need a whole lot, but why not? I mean, ain't nobody saying you got to buy an 8-bedroom mansion. I'm not saying that at all. Get you a 4-bedroom house, 3-bedroom house. Hell, get you a 2-bedroom condo. I don't care. But how can you help the next generation if you don't need a whole lot? You do need a whole lot, because you need to take care of you and you need to set it up for the next generation. So you do need a whole lot. How many generations, how much money does it take to take care of a generation? That's the number I'm trying to figure out. How much money do I need to make so that I can take care of my grandkids? Like when my grandkids get here and they go to daycare and private school and the best college, and $10,000 is the down payment on their first home and a car at 16. How much money does that take? I need to have that much money. That's why I need a whole lot. You need to be thinking that way too. It don't take all they do. If you legacy minded, if you thinking about the next generation, 2 generations down, 5 generations down, it do take all that. It does take all of that. Because while I'm adding up private school, daycare, private school for the grandkid, car at 16, whatever college they want to go to, $10,000 for a down payment on their first home. And here's the thing. Let me finish this. When I'm thinking about this for my grandkids, this is just for one. I don't know how many kids my kids gonna have. Now, Corinne, I don't think Corinne gonna have no kids, but BJ gonna have a basketball team. He might have 5. So I gotta do this times 5. Because that's the kind of grandmother that I want to be. That's the person that I want to be when my great grandkids get here. Whether I get a chance to meet them or not, I want them to be able to look at a picture of me and my grandkids be able to tell them how great I was and how much I thought of them and prepared for them. What do you want people to say about you? What do you want your family? Screw people, screw people, screw people. What do you want your children and your children's children to say about you? What do you want them to say about you? Entrepreneur. Let me get back. So I'm going to be helping the entrepreneur. If you are an entrepreneur and you follow me and you are trying to figure your business out, I may be for you, okay? Because I'm going to help you get this money thing together, all the way together. And we talking about all things money. I'm talking about you got to have a key man policy to protect on your life for your business. You got to have retirement accounts that you are paying into, because ain't nobody taking it out of no paycheck and putting it into a 401k for you no more, right? As an entrepreneur. Many of y'all have a business and you're trying to figure out how you can let go of your 9 to 5 and go full time in your business. But there's things that you need to learn about in your business before you do that. That's how I'm going to help the entrepreneur. Okay. I'm also going to help the average person because let me tell you another story. Me and my honey love went to Charles Schwab. I set an appointment to go to Charles Schwab. And I kept saying to him, hey, we're going to be getting married soon. We just kind of need to create a game plan. We need a game plan. We need a game plan. Now, I was very intentional. I knew what I was doing when I went into Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab technically is my competition, okay? Because I do financial planning. Charles Schwab is my competition. I went in there knowing the key words to say. I said, me and my honey love need a game plan. We putting our money together. We talking about future. We got grown kids, planning for grandkids, planning for retirement. We need a game plan. 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 Let me tell you what Charles Schwab said to my average, ordinary self. Okay? As far as they know, because I'm not average and ordinary, but this is what he said. He said, yeah, there's some things that we can do. We can help you get started with some things. But when you've saved $25,000, then we'll create for you a custom financial game plan. $25,000. What if I only made $50,000? How long would it take me to save $25,000? And I gotta wait all that time and keep making all the wrong choices before you sit down and help me customize a financial game plan? Well, here at Kimberly Janelle Enterprises, I don't care how much money you got saved. I can start with everything that I do with you starts and stops with the game plan. So as an individual, you don't have to be an entrepreneur, but as an individual, if you will not sit down and do a complimentary financial game plan with me so that I can help you see where your gaps are, help you come up with the plan, and help you fill them in, we can't work. There ain't nothing we can do together. Nothing. If you got a business and you need some help with your business, then we can work. As an individual, I'm not doing individual taxes. I'm not doing individual. If you will not sit down with me and do a complimentary financial game plan, I don't care if you $153,000 in debt. I don't care. I don't care if you get paid on Friday and you broke by month. I don't care. If you will not sit down with me and do a financial game plan, there's nothing that we can work on. I don't have anything for you. You can continue to follow me. You can glean from whatever you can get. But me and you doing work together, sitting kneecap to kneecap, me doing your taxes, nope. Me doing it, nope. Because we are behind. As a race, we are behind. And ain't nobody coming to save us. Nobody. Charles Schwab told me 25,000 and they'll help me. Ain't nobody coming to save us. So as an individual, if we cannot sit down and do your financial game plan and you let me teach you some things about money, because you don't know everything that you think you know. There's some stuff that you need to know that you don't even know is part of the game. If we can't put your complimentary plan together, then we'll we'll have nothing to talk about. And let me tell you the last piece of Kimberly Janelle Enterprises. When I tell you that I am on a mission to recruit as many women as I possibly can, and when I tell you that I ain't afraid of this word, that I don't care how you feel about this word, because people recruit all the time. McDonald's recruiting every day, now hiring. Your church recruit every Sunday. If you don't have a church home, we love for you to be a part of it. They recruit every Sunday. The draft, they recruiting. Everybody's recruiting. I don't feel bad about saying that I'm I am looking for some women. I'm looking for some women. When I tell you the last few weeks, I've had conversations with women, and I've experienced it myself, worried about all of this stuff that's going on with my mom, and I got vacations planned in the midst of all of this stuff. I got a vacation that was last weekend. I got a cruise that was this weekend. And because I missed time with my mom the week before, I'm like, oh my God, are they going to let me go? Oh my God, am I going to waste my money? I'm tired of having to choose whether I could show up for my family or show up for the job. I'm tired of hearing women talk about they got to negotiate whether they can be present for their kids or how long they got to do. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. And so I'm looking for women who want to learn how to teach what I'm about to teach to the entrepreneurs or to the individuals who want to get their financial game plan done and to get started on that plan. I'm looking for people who want to learn how to do that. Because what I also know, what I realize is the financial services industry has created more 6- and 7-figure income earners than any other industry. I want you to go to Instagram. There's a channel that's called School of Hard Knocks. And it's this white guy. He went to the University of Texas. He interviews multimillionaires. And out of 7 videos that I see, 6 of them are from Wall Street. Wall Street, Wall Street. I manage money. I manage money. I manage money. Multi-millionaires. So there's nothing you can say to me to get me out of this industry. Nothing. 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 And I'm looking for other people who's sick and tired of being sick and tired, who's sick and tired of trying to negotiate. Well, if I work these few days, then maybe they'll, and if I can't, oh my God, my kid is sick. I don't know what they're going to say. Oh my God, my mom, oh my God, mom, sorry, can't show up for you. Gotta go to work. I'm so sick of hearing that. So sick of hearing it. So sick of hearing it. And if you are a woman who has been feeling that tug lately, and you don't know what you're going to do, you just know that you'll be better off working for yourself. I am looking for people that I can train and license to do the things that I'm doing, learning the things that I'm going to be teaching entrepreneurs and learning the things that I'm teaching individuals who want to get their customized financial game plan done and get started. And as a matter of fact, if you tell me that that's you, your first responsibility is for us to do your customized financial game plan, because you don't know what it entails until you sit through it yourself. You have to, we call it, we get high on our own supply. I can't tell you what you need to do if I ain't done my own game plan. So you can't go tell somebody else what they need to do if you ain't done your financial game plan. So I hope you're here for the long haul. I plan on teaching my butt off. Do you understand me? Teaching about whole life and why it's a piece of junk and why nobody in their right mind should be creating a piggy bank for $1 million life insurance company where you can in turn invest that money and leave it for your grandkids. I'm going to be teaching about how you need to be making sure that the money that you make in your business, that you reinvesting it into your business, that you got certain bank accounts set up, that you know that you can't wait and pay your taxes at the end of the year, that you know that you can still get a fine even if you don't owe at the end of the year. Even with a refund, you still can get fined by not paying into the tax system quarterly. I'm going to be teaching my butt off. I'm going to be teaching my butt off. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to be here to learn, I'm here to teach you. If you are a person who does not have a business, but you tired of not knowing what you need to know, if you want to work, if you want to get your customized financial game plan, you want to know how long it's going to take you to get out of debt, you want to know how much life insurance you need, how much is enough, you want to know if there's any wiggle room in your budget and see where I can help you save some money, you want to know how much money you need to have saved at retirement so that you can retire when you want to retire. What's your financial independence number? What's that number? If you want to know that and you want to work towards your financial freedom, then I might be your girl. And lastly, if you are sick and tired of getting up, going to the same place that you know don't value you, don't give a doggone about you, and you know that you'd be better off doing something for yourself, but you don't quite know what it is, I would love to have you. If you are a worker, if you are serious about changing your life, I'll help you get some licenses. You ain't got to pay for them. I'm talking about state and federal licenses that can pay you 6 and 7 figures if you can stay disciplined. That's where I'm at. So if you want to follow me outside of this YouTube, I am on Instagram. I might get back on Facebook. I don't know, but I'm on Instagram, Kimberly Janelle. Slide into my DMs. Let me know that you want to be on board with you got a business and you want to learn, or you are an individual and you want that personalized game plan. You can send me an email at the Kimberly Janelle, the Kimberly Janelle at gmail.com. I'll respond to you that way. But it is go time, y'all. It's go time. Nobody is coming to save us. Nobody. By 2053, it is determined that we will have a net worth of 0. 2053, that's less than 30 years from now. We'll be flat broke. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? I'm not. So what you gonna do about it? You can keep doing what you've been doing and thinking that you're gonna somehow come across the right formula and you're gonna get it all together, or you're gonna put your pride to the side, you're gonna let your ego die, and you're gonna let somebody help you get the tools and the resources and the framework that you need to get yourself on the right track. And maybe you are on the right track. Maybe there's a couple things that you need to do different, but you'll never know if you just keep guessing, if you just keep clicking on videos and you taking all of this broad, generic information and trying to apply it to your life, when that might not be the strategy that you need to implement. That might not be the thing that you need to do. You need to let somebody give you some wisdom, some strategy. Complementary. Regardless of where you are, regardless of how far you got to go. I'm never going to say to you, you need to save $25,000 first, and then I'll help you. What's going to happen to me in the mean and in between time? They don't know and they don't care. But I do. Let me know if I'm your girl.